Hello, and welcome to day 209 of Bligniting. And it's really the next day. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so much for my early night, say. I went to Northbuck's speakers in Milton Keynes today, and then we went for a drink afterwards. So I didn't leave there until gone 11. Didn't get back here till gone midnight. And I've just been fanning about my phone and writing my journal and doing all that stuff. But I've had a real shift in energy over the certainly the last 12 hours. This morning I felt at a very low ebb. I had tears. I had screams of frustration. So I did wet myself in the kitchen. I'm just frustrated with life feeling really hard. And I think going out and doing something and being around people was helpful. So I went over to Milton Keynes. I had my NAET treatment, which is the NAET, which I can't pronounce properly. It's the lady that works on sort of balancing and allowing my body to really take on all the nutrients that I'm putting in there. She uses a mixture of acupressure and kinesiology. And at one point she had me think about the negative thoughts that were pulling me down, and what was coming up for me. My negative thought was, it's never going to happen. And that's in relation to both my business and my healing. It just feels like it's taken so long. And while there are elements that I'm further forward in, there are also elements that I just feel I'm totally stuck in, or even reversed backwards. So that was interesting how that one came out. And then after I'd had that, and then of course she shifted it around, so I left feeling a lot happier. Then I met some friends, for Toastmasters friends, for coffee. Then I met another Toastmaster friend and we had some food. Then I went to the meeting itself, which was really good. And what I've decided to do in future when I go to these meetings, because it is networking opportunity, there's always new people in the room, I'm going to talk about my mission and be brave about it and stop hiding under a bushel. And my mission is to change the perspective of illness. And because we need to shift it up, something needs to change. And I don't have all the answers, I don't. I'm still finding them out myself. But I'm a searcher and I'm not going to give up. And even though sometimes I might want to, I'm not. And what I was listening to on the way, so the nice thing about driving so much is you get to listen to whatever you want to listen to. And I like to listen to podcasts. And at the moment, the podcast that I'm really enjoying is the Telepathy Tapes. And you've probably heard me talk about that before. And today's episode, or one of the episodes that I listened to, was Tom Campbell. And he wrote a book called My Big Toe. And toe stands for TOE, the theory of everything. And he actually talked about his theory, which I have heard about him before, and I just totally resonate with it. When you hear something and it doesn't feel way out there, it feels true for me. And of course, nobody really knows. Well, he's had experiences in stuff. I haven't had experiences in any really they call it psi things, sort of supernatural, or I haven't had angels speak to me, or I haven't had out-of-body experiences, or I haven't had spirit speak to me, or anything like that. I'm not clairvoyant or clair this or clair that. I'm not psychic. Well, I think I probably am all those things, just like we all are, but I'm not currently practiced at it. But what he suggests, his theory, is that we are in a simulation, a type of simulation. We are we come and experience life on earth to learn and to grow, and what we're really learning is love. And that just is what I believe. It is what I believe. So, and the only way that I can prove that to myself is to take more time to be present and to be with myself. And that is meditating. And I do quite a lot of meditation, but a lot of my meditation is lying on my Shakti mat and falling asleep, dozing off in some way, and listening to guided meditations. He suggests using binaural beats that get you into that zone, and I did practice today a couple of times, just aiming to quieten the thoughts and just be in as much silence as possible. So that is my intention tomorrow, is to start a more dedicated meditation practice, and start off with just 10 minutes a day of sitting, not lying, where I can just be silent, with the intention of connecting deeper to the consciousness of God, of Source, of to experience something. And I'm also going to see if me and Sophie can communicate in some deeper way. So Sophie, if you don't know, is my nearly 10-year-old Labrador who's struggling a little bit with her, particularly her right back leg. She has got a bit of arthritis, I think, but her right back leg seems to be giving her quite a lot of jip. And I've recently been to the vet, and the prognosis is not good. I don't want to be spending lots of money and giving her x-rays and putting her through all that sort of stuff. But I still feel she's got a lot of life in her. Me and her are so similar in the way we are, as in we both struggle with our walking, and we're both still determined to love life as much as possible. And I've been learning through the telepathy tapes about how animals and humans can communicate via telepathy. And the way that they do that, these animals, there's been a couple of people on there that have talked about their experiences, and that's what they do for a living. They communicate with animals, and it's all about getting out of your own way, getting out of your own head, and allowing and being open. That's my intention for tomorrow. So I've jumped on intention already. So it's been interesting, but that's shifted my energy. It's interesting how I find the mornings more challenging as I work through and make sort of the evenings become easier. It's after I've fallen asleep, so maybe something in my bedtime routine is not empowering me as much as it could be, even though this is my last thing. I then usually listen to some sort of meditation or recording or something. It's usually pretty, personal development-y, but I think there's something I've recorded for my Healing Vibrations membership people, a guided affirmation meditation. So I'm going to listen to that myself tonight rather than somebody else's. And let's see if that makes a difference to the energy that I wake up to. Anyway, let's do a bit of Bligniting. Nobody's on yet live, so if you're joining me or listening to this later, thank you for being here. And let's do some Bligniting. Blignite is an acronym, Blignite. So B is for breath. So just breathe with me. This is about breathing consciously. Just slowing down and noticing your breath, with the intention really of fully relaxing your body. So if it's safe for you to do so, it's safe for you to relax. if it's safe for you to do so, close your eyes and allow yourself to feel supported, whatever furniture you're sitting on. I'm in bed, so I'm sitting in a nice comfortable bed with the pillows behind me. You might be sitting in a chair or lying down, or even if you're standing up. Oh, hello, Carol, my gorgeous lady. Just in time for doing a bit of breath work. If you want to go listen back to my revelations today, it's been quite an interesting one. But now let's just take a breath together. Take a nice big deep breath in. And then gently and slowly and very deliberately breathe out. And another big deep breath in. And smile. I know you're smiling. And then out. And this time really notice how your body is relaxing as you say, I am safe. I am safe. And put your hand over your heart and connecting with your heart. Notice it beeping. Appreciate it for working without you even having to try. And just feel the love. Even just saying the word love elevates your vibrational state. Okay, now I invite you to open your eyes, because L is for laughter. Just because we can, because again that elevates our vibrational state and it massages all our organs in our body. So always encourage a bit of laughter, and as many times as you can laugh throughout the day, then the day's going to be better. So I is for intention, and I talked a lot about that earlier. So my intention going forward tomorrow, I've got a fairly free day tomorrow. I've got a meeting with my executive assistant tomorrow morning, and then I've actually got a free day. I'm going to see if I've got the energy to go swimming tomorrow, but I'm going to love myself through it. So excuse me, it's nearly 1 o'clock. Well, it's gone 1 o'clock here. I've been Toastmastering and travelling back, so it's been a long one. But yes, my intention is to be really gentle and loving to myself, and also to up-level my meditation practice. So I'm going to start a 10-minute be silent meditation where I'm sitting, not lying, so I'm not going to fall asleep, with the aim of quietening my by mind as much as possible. And yeah, I'll be interested to talk to you about that actually, Carol, because I know you've got to see how we can work with that and create you something that'll work for you. It'll be interesting, definitely. So that's my intention for tomorrow. So I'm quite excited about that. We are on this planet to learn. This is what I think, and what I believe. And the lessons are love and compassion, kindness, all of those things. And the more we can bring them into our world, the more easier life will become. Definitely. That's my intention. Gratitude. What am I grateful for? Well, I am grateful for. I spoke to Tim earlier, my sort of boyfriend, I guess. After I'd wet myself in the kitchen because I couldn't get to the steps around. I had a bit of a meltdown. I had a lot of frustrations and a few tears today. But he's just a great person. Oh, hi Trisha. He just allows me to talk without having to fix it, which is quite unique for a bloke, especially actually because he likes fixing things, but he doesn't feel he has to fix me, and just allowed me to talk and say what I needed to say, be upset, feel a bit sorry for myself, and then get over it, I guess. Just don't allow myself to stay in that place for too long. We all get there sometimes, don't we? And I imagine you do. I know I do, even though I work at being positive and enjoying life as much as possible, and I do, and most of the time I succeed, but I have my moments along with everybody else. And yeah, there's been a lot going on, and there's the whole energy on the planet. So that's always why I do that sort of love exercise, where we're connecting with our love, because if we can send out more loving vibes onto the planet, then that's going to be good for everybody. And the more that we can do that, the better life will become for every single person. And it's the only thing that we really have control over, is ourselves and our own vibration. So back to my gratitude. I'm grateful for Tim, and also he came and fed Sophie this evening, because I was out from 1 o'clock to nearly 1 o'clock, so a whole 12 hours going to and from Milton Keynes. I had met some lovely people, had some laughs, had some good food, had some chocolate. The Northbuck speakers was just a great meeting. I felt like I was really appreciated. People were coming there just because I was coming there, so I felt really valued. So that was nice. Yeah, I'm grateful that I listened to the Tom Campbell Theory of Everything episode of the Telepathy Tapes on the way back. So that's reminded me of what I think about the world. So rather than getting myself caught up in the 3D nature of the hardness of living in this body, I was reminded of what I actually believe we're here for. So then you don't feel sorry for yourself anymore. I'm playing a game, really. It's not all so serious. Lighten up a little bit, Gina. So that's why I'm grateful. Lots to be grateful for. I am, what else? Nature. The moon was beautiful in the sky tonight. I said hello to some birds. Oh gosh, this morning came back from the dog walk, and I was bringing the bin in, and it was hot. We didn't go out till later, so it was probably about 10 o'clock. and it was quite hot then, and I saw this little snail walking along the concrete. It was right in the middle of the concrete, and I was like, oh, it's too hot for you, little snail. And then I debated whether to help it or not, because you're not meant to really help nature, are you? It's meant to leave it to its own devices. This isn't my proudest moment. Made a bit of a bad choice. So I picked up this little snail and I went to throw it over to the neighbour's garden, thinking it can land over in amongst the bushes, and then it'll be easier for it to. It's not going to. It's going to be damper under there, and it's not going to be as hot on the pavement. And then I heard it. I didn't quite make the bushes, and it landed on the concrete just before the bushes, and I think I cracked its shell. So I think I didn't help the snail. I went over to look at it, and it wasn't moving. So with my aim of trying to help the snail, I think I killed it. I don't know if there's a message, a learning from this, other than you can't. Maybe there is a lesson. Nature doesn't need help. The snail was meant to be how it was meant to be. Maybe the snail wasn't meant to live past today. Maybe I ended his life a bit quicker than if he'd just crawled across all the concrete. Or maybe he would have managed to crawl across the concrete and he didn't need any help after all. Don't know if anybody else can make any better sense of that. I am going to, when I walk Sophie tomorrow, I'm going to check and see if the snail's moved, and if he has, maybe, because I picked him up and I think it was just underneath the shell, it cracked a little bit, and I don't know if he'll survive a cracked shell. I don't really know much about snails. Isn't it interesting? Because if you're a gardener, you're killing snails anyway. But these days I don't want to kill things. I definitely feel more connected with nature. As in, I don't want to kill. I used to be scared of insects. I used to kill insects all the time. And now I aim not to kill insects and to let them out the house and just notice them. Yesterday there was a little spider that had crawled onto my bedding, and one time I would have freaked out about that. And now I'm just like, oh, he's not doing me any harm. He's walking that way. I'll let him go. So yeah, so nature's changing for me, and I think I used to be terrified of insects, and now I'm not. Now I see them as quite intricate, amazing, beautiful things, and it's fear that caused people to kill. That I did. Not proud of myself. I remember one time when I was helping my sister in the garden, and we moved a whole load of, leaves and stuff. So underneath it there's a whole hive of life, isn't there? Creepy crawlers of all description. I poured boiling water on them, and I remember them all. It was squealing. It was like such a horrible thing to do. It's not something I ever did again, but yeah, not my proudest moment. I sometimes look back at some of the things that I did in my younger self and just don't even recognise that person anymore. But this is the point of Earth School, that we learn and we grow and we become more compassionate and more loving and more respectful of other life on the earth. We're not the only ones, and it's not all about us, and we can cohabit with other creatures. Interesting. That was nature. Oh, big lessons about nature today. Ingesting. Well, it's not been my I started off really healthy. I had my heavy metal detox smoothie, and then I had my leftover mackerel stir fry. Then I went to Milton Keynes, and I met friends in Costa, and I had a very large, I didn't realise the large coffees was quite as large as that, but they were very large. So I had a large oat milk latte, which is my favourite coffee, and a chocolate muffin, which was very nice. And then the toast then I met Dawn, my friend, and we went to a place called Bill's, which was sort of a restaurant that does burgers and stuff like that. And we did a sharing platter of seafood, which was really nice. And then we had some extra sort of bang bang cauliflower, the sort of deep fried cauliflower things. They were really nice as well. Then we went to the Toastmasters meeting, and they were having a theme of chocolate, which was fab because we had chocolate as well. So I ate a flake bar and a couple of little heroes, I think they were, fudge brownies. The little finger of fudgy things. And then we went for a drink afterwards. I didn't have alcohol. I had this, I don't know what it was. It was like a soft drinky thing, of a flavour. I don't really know. And they also brought out a little pizza, so we had a bit of pizza as well. So I've eaten well today, if not as healthy as I could, but hey. Ingesting. What have I been telling myself? Well, I've been reminding myself this evening that actually I don't have to take life so seriously. It's all going to be okay, because when we end this life, we just get to play again. We come back and have another go. This is what I believe anyway. So therefore, yeah, it's okay. If we make mistakes, it's all right. We get to do it again if we want to. And if we don't, that's okay as well. It's all about compassion, kindness, and love. So that's what I'm telling myself. And with that, you can just enjoy it more. It doesn't matter if I don't get it all done. It's okay. It's okay if I kill the snail. Just don't do it again. I'm going to check him out tomorrow, see if he's there. I'll let you know. Anyway, in the meantime, let's have a song. Blignite my happy, Blignite the happy in me, Blignite, Blignite the happy in me. It fills my day with wonder, and every day with glee. I got the words wrong then. Blignite, Blignite the happy in me. It fills my world with wonder, and every day with glee. Blignite, Blignite the happy in me. Thank you all so much for being here. Hi Rita, hi Trisha, and hi Carol. Hope you have the rest of a wonderful, wonderful day. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 210. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Love you loads. Have a wonderful, wonderful time.